Well, good morning. It is Friday, and that means Football Friday night. Conditions will be beautiful. I'll talk more about that coming up.
Vaccine shots or testing, that's the choice millions of Americans will now face. The latest on the Biden administration's COVID-19 plan and how Georgia's governor is responding.
Plus, tomorrow the country will remember the September 11th attacks 2 decades later. How Central Georgia will honor those who lost their lives that day.
Well, good Friday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6 a.m. on this September the 20th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Wanya Reese.
And I'm Caitlin Heck. Not only is it Friday, we have made it to the end of the week, but it is a fall feeling Friday.
A fall feeling. You could really get that pumpkin spice. You can get that apple cider, and it actually feels like it right now. Yeah,
so hopefully this will continue at least for a little bit, Taylor.
I know, and I am guilty of fall being my favorite season. I actually already bought pumpkins yesterday, so I know this is really what it feels like. It feels like fall. Let's take a live look outside of Atrium Health Navison in downtown Macon. Temperatures right now sitting in the 60s. So again, these temperatures will keep dropping as we get towards the sunrise because the sun has been gone for so long. So expect conditions to start cooling off a little bit before that sunrise comes up. Temperatures across the area sitting in the 50s and 60s for your 6 a.m. 61 in Warner Robins, 58 in Forsyth, 63 in Dublin and Wrightsville. So a very cool morning today. Will quickly warm up to the 80s by the time we hit this afternoon. So current dew points, this is the story for today. With dew points lower, that means we have less moisture in the atmosphere, which means our humidity is lower. That means we won't get as hot and humid today, and that will continue through the weekend. So dew point temperature sitting in the 60s, 60 for Macon, 60 for Warner Robins, 61 for Gordon. In those brown spots, 56 for Monticello. So a very dry day on tap. I'll talk more about the awesome stretch of weather ahead with the lower humidity plus rain chances that return midweek.
Vaccinated workers from unvaccinated co-workers.
All right, I just wanted to be sure to let you know today is September the 10th. And get a COVID-19 vaccine or expect weekly COVID-19 testing. That's the message coming to millions of Americans. President Joe Biden announced these new federal requirements yesterday. Now this mandate impacts employers with at least 100 workers, which covers about 80 million Americans.
Also, roughly 17 million workers at health facilities that get federal Medicare or Medicaid will have to be fully vaccinated. The president's also requiring vaccination for employees of the executive branch and contractors who do business with the federal government. There are some exceptions. The executive branch requirement is not expected to have a testing opt-out. Now, this is part of the administration's new COVID-19 plan to increase vaccinations and curb the surging Delta variant.
But Governor Kemp already speaking out against President Biden's decision. Before President Biden finished his address yesterday, Governor Kemp posted this to Twitter. He says he'll, quote, pursue every legal option available to the state of Georgia to stop this blatantly unlawful overreach by the Biden administration.
Others may be okay with the requirement. CBS News reports some in the business community told them they are happy to now have cover to mandate vaccines. Now, when it comes to getting a shot, there's an option in Central Georgia this weekend. Tomorrow, a church in Houston County will hold a Community Unity Day. Greater Word of Deliverance Ministries in Perry says that includes free food, a DJ, voter registration, and also free COVID-19 vaccines. Houston Healthcare will give those out. The event runs from 10 to 2 tomorrow at 2111 North Highway 41 in Perry. And the virus continues to affect the country, from schools temporarily moving online to hospitals dealing with a large number of cases.
That's right. Now we're hearing from 3 Central Georgia law enforcement offices asking the community for prayers after COVID-19 cases. In Peach County, the 911 center says Supervisor Jason Shaw was admitted to Houston Medical Center in mid-August and is now on a ventilator. In Bibb County, the sheriff's office says they've had 3 positive cases in the last month, and there are 3 employees in the hospital, but not all of them are deputies.
In Jones County, Sergeant Travis Walker is also in the hospital. Investigator Crystal Murphy says they are optimistic he will be home soon. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll hear more from Investigator Murphy and tell you what one Central Georgia sheriff encourages.
Well, tomorrow marks 20 years since the attacks on September the 11th. Right now, you're taking a live look at the reflecting pools in New York City. They're part of the 9/11 memorial on the site where the World Trade Center complex once stood.
Tomorrow, the National September 11th Memorial and Museum will hold a program starting at 8:30. They say it will include 6 moments of silence and reading of the names of the lives lost. The ceremony is only for 9/11 family members. Now, Central Georgia also plans to honor and remember those killed in the attacks. That includes several events happening today ahead of 9/11. In Dublin, the Carl Vinson VA will hold a commemoration ceremony at their flagpole. That starts at 10 this morning, but because of the pandemic and VA directives, it is not open to the public.
In Macon, a 9/11 memorial service will happen at the Public Safety Park on 2nd and Mulberry Street. It starts at 8:45 a.m. You can watch the service live on the county's Facebook page. In our next half hour, we'll take a look at a couple more events that are happening today across Central Georgia. Well, the time is now 6:05 a.m. and for anybody who's going to be heading towards downtown Macon, I know usually at 2nd and Mulberry, there are going to be some traffic delays around that area. They'll have some streets closed off, but nonetheless, a very comfortable morning temperature-wise.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I got into my car this morning and I was like, wow, this actually feels like fall for once. I know it's going to be just a tease and we're going to be back to warmer weather soon, but
I know, but just hold on a little bit longer because those cold fronts come through just in time for, I mean, my biased opinion, the best season of the year, fall. And let's take a look at this cold front that we're talking about right now. So this cold front, yeah, this is the one that's making us feel way less humid outside. And as that cold front drops down, we'll get winds from the north. So what's significant about northerly winds is that once that northerly winds come down into our area, it brings in drier, cooler air through our area. So notice that ahead of the cold front, we do have some spotty showers for South Georgia and the Georgia-Florida line, but ahead or behind the cold front, we'll have some drier weather through your Friday, and that will continue through Saturday thanks to this big high pressure system that will be dominating our pattern through the weekend, bringing us much drier weather as that sits over the Appalachian Mountains. So looking through your Saturday, not much in the way of rain, maybe some spotty showers to our south, but again, a very dry, warm weekend ahead, so enjoy it while it lasts because as you know, Georgia likes to tease us with the weather. Give us a few days of good weather and then we'll go back to our normal pattern. But for your Monday, we'll continue that as well. So here's your day at a glance. A very cool start for your morning. Temperatures in the 60s will warm up quickly to the 80s by noon with mostly sunny skies throughout the day. Now for your evening hours, we'll top out into the mid to upper 80s across the area with mostly sunny skies. So enjoy that while it lasts. I know it's Friday, hey, so let's enjoy some football Friday night tonight. Temperatures for the Tailgate 13, which starts at 5 p.m. will be 85 degrees or in the mid 80s. And then by the time we hit kickoff, remember, as we do head into fall, our sunrises and sunsets get later in the days, right? So for your kickoff, sunset will be coming earlier, so temperatures will cool off quickly as it sunsets to the upper 70s. Now for the final time, fourth quarter, as soon as that last bell rings, 73 degrees for our temperatures as we do head into tonight. So we'll drop down back into the 60s for our lows tomorrow. But then again, as we head towards your Saturday, we'll do the same thing we did today with temperatures staying in the 60s for most of the morning until we rapidly rise to the 80s as that sun does peek through the horizon. So temperatures in the 80s, 83 for Macon, 82 for Milledgeville, 84 for Dublin. And look at those feels like temperatures in the yellow, very, very close to the actual air temperature. So that means that there's not as much humidity or moisture in the air. So enjoy this less humid, very warm air mass we're in because again, it won't last long because as you look into our long range models, we do have the chance to see some scattered storm activity. So Monday staying dry, but as we head into Tuesday, the GFS is noting that we can see some scattered storm activity through Central Georgia. That will persist as we do head into your Wednesday. So the GFS and Euro model pretty much in agreement for your Wednesday with scattered storm activities for the afternoon hours. And we'll repeat that pattern as we do head into your Thursday. Again, by 5 p.m., pretty good smattering of storms through Central Georgia. And again, that will continue as we do head into your mid and late week next week. But enjoy the very nice weather for today. Temperature is going to be in the upper 80s with mostly sunny skies. As we head to tomorrow, which is 9/11, temperatures will be comfortable with temperatures, again, in the upper 80s and mostly sunny skies. We'll continue this pattern through Sunday and keep warming up into Monday. But then as we head towards midweek, rain chances do pick up.
Taylor, before we go to break, you know we can't forget about one of our favorite things about Friday.
Oh, yeah.
School of the Week. So today we want to recognize a Lawrence County school teaching their students all about agriculture and why it's important.
They're learning by getting their hands-on experience. Northwest Lawrence Elementary is our School of the Week. Robbie Wilkes is the agricultural education teacher at Northwest Lawrence Elementary School. Wilkes says she teaches students where their food and clothing comes from, and the importance of nutrition and how to care for animals.
She says the elementary agriculture program is new to Georgia. This is the third year that Northwest Lawrence has had the program, and Wilkes says each year just gets better.
It's exciting because Georgia is the first in the United States to actually have a program like this for elementary students and have standards based for that program. And Lawrence County is even more exciting because we have 3 elementary schools right here in our county that are offering this program to their students.
Now, coming up in our next half hour, we're going to introduce you to Ms. Wilkes' 4th grade students.
And you will get to hear from them about what they love most about their class. I'm sure they have a long list to share.
You know it.
We'll be right back with a look at your top national headlines right after this break.